Hey guys, what's going on? Blaine back for another Netflix review, and today I'm going to be talking about Forever Rich. Forever Rich is a Dutch dramatic thriller that tells the story of a celebrity rapper named Richie, who's in the peak of his career and celebrating a lucrative record deal that he earned the night before a big concert with his friends and family when he's unexpectedly mugged by a group of bandits. The mugging itself is filmed by the bandits and posted online via social media for the entire world to see, which causes Richie's reputation to tank, and due to the slow response of law enforcement, Richie feels he has no choice but to take matters in his own hands and tries to locate and exact revenge upon the bandits with the help of his staff members in an attempt to clear his name. This results in a series of escalating events in which both Richie and the bandits are constantly trying to one-up each other in increasingly tense scenarios. Due to the nature of the narrative in this regard, it's mostly a one-man show, and a pretty decent one at that. Richie is a character who is obsessed with success. He's always looking for different ways to flaunt his wealth to people to reinforce the belief that he is successful, ranging from doing things like buying the latest iPhone model for his friends and family members to constantly sporting this golden grill on his teeth throughout the entirety of the movie. His character isn't completely shallow though. I like how the filmmakers portrayed him to be a very determined character, often to an absurd degree. He refuses to let anyone tarnish his image and genuinely believes in his strength to see his mission through, which we learn more of as his family upbringing is explored in detail. The pressures of fame motivate Richie to create an online persona which compares and contrasts with his real life persona, as well as a need to save face in order to avoid jeopardizing his career. And in this regard, I love how the movie showed Richie trying to think and squirm his way out of uncomfortable scenarios as more personal information is revealed about him online so that he can fight for his livelihood. Another thing that I like about Richie is that he's not alone in his mission to locate the bandits. He is vain and materialistic, but he's not a backstabber. It's clear that he's earned the loyalty of everyone who's involved in his life, which communicates to the audience, at least at the beginning, that he's not entirely in this for himself. It's an admirable portrayal of a complicated character trying to figure out how far he'll go in order to preserve his prestige, but unfortunately the story works against itself and affects the value of Richie's character. The story is supposed to take place across one night, and I don't necessarily have a problem with that premise because a lot of things can happen in the course of 24 hours. But the pace with how quickly things got out of hand in this movie's story really threw me for a loop. I didn't understand how viral news headlines, which occur all the time throughout the movie, could suddenly attract thousands of likes and comments when they would have only been uploaded within a minute or two of an event actually happening. Not to mention, I think it's unusually cruel of Netherlands' general public, as portrayed in this movie, to be so hostile toward Richie in response to a horrible event that wasn't even his fault. Richie isn't entirely blameless though. In my opinion, he gets away with more than his fair share of misdeeds and for some reason always feels the need to live stream them, which I guess is supposed to reinforce his online persona to the public, but the way I see it, he was just digging his own grave, which is ironic considering that he's supposed to be fighting to keep his career from drowning. This inconsistency to his personality made it difficult for me to get behind his character and want to support his mission. As a character, I think he's decent overall, but as a protagonist, I think he needed a bit more work. This all being said though, I actually found the movie's story to be quite thrilling at parts. I initially thought that this movie was going to be a drama when I first started watching it, so I was pleasantly surprised to start seeing the stakes ramp up real quick. There are quite a few scenes where there are multiple things going on at once. People knocking on doors, calling Richie's phone, talking to him in person. Usually these things are all happening at the same time, which stresses the hell out of Richie because he has to make a decision while all these things are going on, and in turn that stress transcends to the audience, which makes his journey all the more thrilling. At times though, the stress can be a bit much as scenarios become increasingly more ridiculous later on in the story, especially when kidnapping and gunfights start to get involved. I don't know about you, but if I were a millionaire celebrity, the last thing I would want to do is point a gun at someone in public. And if you really think about it, this movie's premise is kind of a fluke. The reason why Richie does all this in the first place is because the bandits stole his watch. I have no idea how valuable that watch is. I don't even wear watches to be honest, but if it were me, I would just cut my losses and move on. I don't know why Richie goes to such extreme lengths just to get his watch back. Overall, Forever Rich is an average dramatic thriller that has a promising protagonist, but its story and pacing problems affect its presentation. If you enjoy thrillers and you're looking for one that's told through the perspective of a crazed celebrity, I suppose you could find something to enjoy when watching this movie. It was fun and thrilling where it counted, and I enjoy the complex nature of its protagonist, but the movie is in desperate need of a chill pill. If it had its story and pacing issues ironed out, I think it would have fared much better in the long run. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up my review of Forever Rich. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, stay tuned for the next part, where next time I review the American slasher flick, There's Someone Inside Your House. Bye-bye.